should be viewed as having both benefit and cost. And in order to be able to have effective monetary union, you need to have incremental processes in place. In the case of the West African Monetary Zone, the authorities of heads of state have indicated that the monetary union should be honored before 2015. And it is to give them sufficient time to ensure that the macroeconomic fundamentals are in place, that the financial integration is on course, that trade integration impediments are being removed, and that the necessary payment system infrastructure and institutional capacity building are being put in place. And the lessons of Greece within the European monetary zone is that these fundamentals must be in place, including fiscal discipline.
Now, when you look at the timelines, I mean, we're talking just probably less than 5 years here. Now, within that time, all the issues that you've spoken about, do you think that's enough time to sort them out and get them right?
Well, I think we should view this as being a very pragmatic time frame.
Yeah.
Okay. And the key is to get those macroeconomic fundamentals that I earlier on indicated. In the case of the West African Monetary Zone, what we are doing as an institute is to foster cooperation among the countries, among the central banks, so that they will be able to put in place the pillars of financial integration, the pillars of the macroeconomic fundamentals, reducing inflation rate to single digit, ensuring that fiscal deficit is not more than 4% of GDP, and ensuring that foreign reserves are adequate to cover 3 months of import.
Yeah. Now, in that discussion that we had the Central Bank Nigeria governor talking about how difficult it is to be able to convert, say, for instance, travel from Nigeria and go to Sierra Leone and convert the ease in monetary convergence in the first place. Now, do you get a sense that the politicians are not ready for monetary union, that there may be some kind of reluctance with the problems around Greece?
Well, as you can see, the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Governor Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, is not a politician.
He's not.
He is a professional, and what he's trying to do is to ensure that the financial system within Nigeria is stabilized. And we believe that, look, at this point in time, we should not be introducing another forms of shock to the Nigerian system by bringing in a single currency. It is important to ensure that the stability of the financial system is maintained. Now, the politicians, we have to leave the work of the politicians to the politicians, and we as professionals need to do our work and do it professionally and in a pragmatic manner while advising the politicians based on evidence, based on research, based on analytical work. And I think that's the only way we can move forward. And I strongly believe that the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria believes in monetary union, but he also feels that these fundamentals need to be in place. That's the point he was trying to make.
But I suppose you also have to get the political buy-in, isn't it? And we do know that the politicians are very difficult people to deal with. How difficult does that make your task?
Well, the politicians in the case of the West African Monetary Zone have been very supportive of what we are doing. And indeed, it was based on the analytical work that was done and submitted to the authorities of heads of state that they decided that, look, they still need sufficient time to ensure macroeconomic fundamentals, financial integration, and so on and so forth. And that's why they decided to postpone to 2015. So I think what they did, the decision they reached based on the evidence before them is actually being justified with what is happening in Greece and in the European zone, in the sense that you need to get the fiscal discipline right and the other macroeconomic fundamentals right before establishing a monetary union.